Hey Clashers, and welcome back to another video. Today we want to try a new challenge, something new which I have not done yet on this channel. Where is this idea from? Well, I think a couple of people already had similar ideas with banning troops, but Boom actually had a great idea with putting this into a challenge, so turning this into a 1 versus 1 pretty much. So that's what we're going to do today. I will try and show all of this to you guys with the example of doing a 1 versus 1 with David. And depending on how you like this series, depending on how you like the challenge, I'm going to do that more often, maybe with viewers together, and then obviously putting all of this then together into a video. This is at least the idea, and if you like ideas like this, make sure as well to tune in on in Boom's live streams, because he's doing quite a few of those pretty nicely. So if you want to do that, make sure to check those out. But now let's get into it. How does this challenge work? First off, everyone, which means David and me, we can ban 1 troop, 1 spell, and 1 siege machine. We're going to do a best of 3, which means we're going to take a look at who is winning 2 out of those 3 1 versus 1s. In all of those matches, we have to obviously ban some troops, and I think we should get into that, and then you will pretty quickly see how all of this is getting sorted out. The next thing is, which is in my opinion a really important fact, is we have to create our army composition before we see the base. That is really important to note because, well, that's kind of the funny thing about this. So trying some funny random things, but at the same time our armies have to work on most of those bases, and we have only 30 seconds of planning. Let's jump into the chat and let's see what we're about to ban. I think David is the first one to put some bans out there. And like I said, he has 1 troop, 1 spell, and 1 siege machine to ban. And he is going for Rage, Loon, and Blimp. All of those 3 things I cannot use in my army composition. The next thing is for him, I think I'm going in with healer, something like that. Like, it's not that, like, it's kind of tricky to think about what is like the most annoying thing. Obviously, like, there are a lot of things in there. As soon as you ban those, it's not easy to attack anymore. But I think for him, we are going with those 3 things right there. Freeze, Healer, and Blimp. This is the things which I'm banning for him. And obviously, if there's a super version of that specific troop, we cannot use it either. So for example, for my army right now, I cannot use the Loon, and I cannot use the super, like the Rocket Loon. Both of those are banned. So for example, if you're banning a Warbreaker, the Super Warbreaker is banned as well. So now let's find an army composition which can somehow work, because this is not easy. Like, this is really not easy at all. So we have a lot of options, but I think I would go with something with like a huge push. We cannot use the blimp, so we have to use some sort of like maybe a lock launcher or something. I love the lock launcher, so maybe I will use something like that. So let's hop into it and let's get some really cool ideas. First off, we cannot, as I said, we cannot use the Loon, but I want to use the healer in this one. And the next thing, we cannot use the blimp, which means charging the town hall without like coconut loons whatsoever. It's quite risky. So we're just going to add like 18 sneaky goblins, and I just hope that we somehow get the town hall. We already agreed on that we're using anti-3-star bases. And yeah, some sneaky goblins, some invisibility spells, just to make sure that we're getting the tunnel for sure with those sneaky goblins. The next thing is, I think Hog Riders. Hog Riders might be a cool idea, and kind of as a follow-up, because I want to, as I said, get a really deep push into the base with the lock launcher. Wait a second, maybe we could do some Lalo as well. That would be another option. Then we would need to use haste spells on the other side. Wait, never mind. I'm already getting so lost because loons are banned. So Lalo without loons is pretty hard. Either way, adding a golem, adding 2 warbreakers, 1 warbreak for our first push, for our hero push from the other side of the town hall, and then the warbreak to get into the town hall compartment. We use our siege machines, whatever is like not banned, a couple of headhunters to make sure those Hog Riders can push through all of this. Obviously cleanup, we need funneling. We need to think of most of those options which somehow could mess up things. Maybe the Ice Golem for tanking purposes, the Valkyrie, just like if there are any skeletons whatsoever coming up, we use a couple of healers. But to be honest, 5 healers seem to be a little bit too much because we don't have as many Hog Riders anymore. And we still need cleanup. Like, we still need to clean up wizards, things like that. and then just put a ton of Hog Riders. Okay, a ton is not really the case. 15 Hog Riders, that's it. I have no clue if this is going to work, but let's just try. Let's see what base he is going to bring up. And we have 30 seconds to plan. We see the bands. We see the base which he set up. I have not looked at it. And let's take a look at if we can somehow beat this. The first attack of this challenge is underway. And we're getting into it with my Wild Golem Hog Rider kid. I don't even know how to name that, but either way, we're trying to get that push in. Obviously, I need to delete the rage because that was like I'm not allowed to bring that, so we have to bring something else. I'm just bringing skeleton spells because why not? I mean, skeleton spells could be pretty good, just to distract things for our hero push to make it stronger. I don't know. I will use it in some way, hopefully. So I think everything is set. We can get in. We can get into the first attack, and there we go. First base. Okay, the town hall, we should be able to get the town hall down. I feel like coming in from the top side is better than from the bottom side with our sneakies. And we don't need to wall break in because this wall's already open, which is good for us. Then obviously, getting to the eagle compartment with our heroes is the quite obvious move. Using the warlock in the beginning. I have to remember, we have only 4 healers and no rages whatsoever. That is kind of tricky, to be honest. Adding now the warden, hoping obviously that our sneaky goblins is like they're going to get everything they need. Just keep adding those sneaky goblins just to make sure that the pathing is set towards the town hall. The warden is taking quite some damage. That is frustrating because we don't have any rages, so we have to use that invisibility spell to make sure the warden is getting healed up again. And then just keep adding those sneakies because we need to take down the town hall. The next thing though is, going to be that the town hall is going to be the target, which means we have to wait now. Otherwise, we're going to loot the clan castle, and this warden walk, if there's like headhunters in there or something, this warden walk would not have a ton of fun otherwise. Now we can just add our heroes, use the queen to lure over that warden. Healers are switching, which is awesome. Lock launcher is in. Hog Rider to funnel. Everything is looking good, at least I think so far, considering how the entry worked. And now we're just hoping for the best. That's how things are looking. Sneaky goblins are in. Invisibility spell to make sure those sneaky goblins are getting that tunnel out of the way nice and early. And now I'm waiting for the combination. The combination of King ability and Warden ability. A really powerful combination, which we have to use pretty soon. There we go. Lock launcher is opening up everything into the core. And now, to be honest, just starting with those Hog Riders. I mean, that as simple as that. Lock launcher is open. Our golem is still tanking. The hound actually on defense is pretty annoying. We just have to keep healing because those Hog Riders, without the Warden ability, or even the Warden aura, they are so weak. It is incredible. Royal Champion doing her best to somehow try to push through. Another heal spell. I'm not even risking it. I'm healing non-stop because otherwise, like a double set of giant bombs or things like that, and my Hog Riders are gone within a second. At this point, though, we don't have any more heal spells left. We have a ton of freezes left, which is awesome. So I have to use those. So let's see how we're going to deal with that. King broke to the bottom side. Hog Riders are mainly going to the bottom side as well with that Royal Champ together. And at this point, it's all about time. 50 seconds is left. The Queen is at that top side. The King is doing the bottom side. Hog Riders are dying out, sadly. I just have to keep adding clean up, but it's kind of tricky because everything is kind of like getting covered, so not easy as that. Everything is keep pushing through. I have 2 more headhunters. I did not use those, clever enough, but still, we have those sneaky goblins at the bottom side. Royal Champ ability, another heal spell at that top side. And now, yeah, I need to keep my queen alive. That's why I'm using those troops on the outside. Everything is still pushing through. I have another freeze, keeping my queen alive, and I don't know why, I don't know how, I don't know whatever happened but we got the 3-star. Easy as that, right? So we're getting it done with that first wild army composition. And now it's David's turn to attack. And let's see what he brought up. He is in. We're going to jump in as well, and he is going in. What the? Okay, he is coming in with the super giants, witches with lightnings. Okay, that's a wild combination right there. So let's see what he's about to do. Because I don't see a great lightning value. Maybe the bottom side, because you can take down Scatter and Wizard Tower, which is decent, but not great, to be honest. But I don't know. I mean, there's not other great values out there. So using those lightnings, taking down the Scatter, now the surgical super giant drop to make sure everything is set, using those witches behind the funnel, and now everything behind. He can use those wall breakers, which he's going to do. He does not, he is not allowed to use any freezes, if I remember correctly, which means those witch attacks is going to, like, this is going to be tricky. A witch attack without any freezes against the multi. I don't think that's easy. He's just pushing through. There's an ice golem and a super giant flying. We have a couple of those super giants coming from the right side as well. Locked launchers just keep pushing through. The multi-inferno tower is gone. But now this flanking scatter shot compartment is a huge problem for him. The locked launcher, keep going. Everything is getting pushed into the town hall. There's the invisibility as well. But he's making that Expo invisible as well. Expo needs to go down soon. The town was activated, and like I said, he has no freezes whatsoever to freeze that town. The town was just beaming away on those troops. King ability though. King ability should take down the town kind of quickly. And now it's all about the back, and can he make this? Is this going to be a tie? I feel like the back and Royal Champion might be a big problem. In addition to that, the defending scatter shot is dealing so much damage, and nothing can reach it except that Royal Champion, which is getting taken down. So this means this should be the first defense for me, which means the first set is going to be 1-0 for me in this matchup. Wow, what a first couple of attacks. That was an interesting one, to say the least. He's just cleaning things up, like putting some cleanup troops down, but to be honest, this is the first set. The next important rule, which I want to highlight as well, we cannot ban the same things now, which means we have to switch the banned troop, the banned spell, and the banned siege machine to something else. So for example, if someone banned, I don't know, Loon, Freeze, and Blimp, they need to ban something else, like which is not the Blimp, which is not a Loon, which is not a Freeze. That's important to note. Let's get into it and see what we're banning next. Okay, you can see how the first round went. Was a victory for me, which is nice, but let's keep going. I would just go in with the next couple of bans. I think I have already something prepared. I'm going with the Rage. I feel like not having the possibility of bringing a Rage is kind of not easy. The next thing is going to be Wall Breakers, so you can't bring a Rage or Wall Breakers, which is making charges really hard. And so I felt like I don't need to ban like a healer, because without Rages or without Wall Breakers, charges are not that great. And the next thing is going to be the Lock Launcher, because this means he can get even less value without any wall breakers, because he can't get into the base. That's at least the thought process. So let's see what he's coming up with. He's going in with the Healer, Poison, and Slammer. Okay, that's an interesting combination. Healer, Poison, Slammer. Oh god, okay, let's just get into it and see if we can find something and hopefully get something out of the way and see what we can do. But yeah, let's get into the draft mode and see what we can come up with. But I feel like with seeing this, we can Blimp. We don't have a Poison, but I feel like a Blizzard Lalo might be a good choice. Maybe we can do the Blizzard Lalo somehow to push through. I feel like that might be a good thing, so we can use that Blimp, which is great. We have to use a couple of invisibility spells to keep our Super Wizard safe, and then obviously just Loons and everything. I will go in with Rocket Loons over a third Hound, because I think Rocket Loons are better in general on the majority of bases to tank for a Blimp, to trigger Black Mines, for example. A Hound is always great if you have like if you know, like, there's an air defense or something. I feel like Rocket Loons are sometimes just better to tank for a Blimp, but that's just what I'm going to try. So Headhunters are in as well to make sure that we can take down defending heroes, and then just funnel. And at this point, it's pretty much classic Blizzard Lalo army composition, even though we have to say I'm not the best Blizzard Lalo attacker by far, by any means, not really. But either way, we'll just keep adding troops. I'm using a Valkyrie because we cannot use a Poison. Remember, not only we're not allowed to bring healers, but as well we're not allowed to bring a Poison. which is making things even more difficult. So I'm hoping that my clan castle somehow, like my super wizard blimp, can somehow take down the clan castle, or at least already damage it. But this is not going to be easy at all. Okay, so I think this army is set pretty much, and we can get started. This is the army composition which I'm going for. Let's get into the attack and see how we can do. But first, David is attacking first. He's bringing in the, Hydra with bats. Okay, onto this base. Sadly, I have only one anti-3 at the moment because, well, I'm only pushing legends at the moment, not really doing any clan wars whatsoever. So anti-3 is not needed for me. This is why I have only this one anti-3. He's going to attack those, this like non-stop. But, yeah, I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem. He's just trying to take down those defenses at the top side. He's having a ram. Okay, using that battle ram, that wall breaker to get into the town hall. That's an interesting decision. I mean, I banned the lock launchers, so in theory, he could have used the blimp, but I feel like the ram at this point is okay as well to use. And the town hall should go down easily. Yeah, no problem. There's no splash behind. The NATO ran out as well, so this tunnel hall is gone. And now we have the E-Dragon funnel. I don't know, I'm not a huge fan of E-Dragons in general, like especially as funnel troop. I don't know if that's really worth it, the 30 troop capacity. I feel like one Baby Dragon could have done the same thing pretty much. But either way, the next good thing for me is he has no rage, which is kind of cool because this means those dragons are not as powerful. So let's see how we can make that work. King is going around the outside. Queen is doing some great job of funneling, or like keep pushing everything back inside. And to be honest, I don't know if that's looking so good for him. Like, troops are dying out kind of quickly. There's a lot of damage, a lot of black mines as well. And I don't know, another black mine is hitting the Electro Dragon. Queen ability had to be used, which is good for me. Scattershot has been taken down, which is not good for me. But now it's all about the core. And if the multi-inferno tower can maybe survive. There's the rocket loons, which he has a poison for, so that's no problem whatsoever. And now there are the bats coming in from this bottom side. The sweeper is against him. He's freezing up the eagle to make sure the eagle is not dealing too much damage to his troops. Can this still work? That's the question. Why is he not freezing that sweeper, which is pointing into the bad direction? I'm not sure. Either way, back in single inferno tower is not doing too hot at the moment. Defending queen, please take down this royal champion. Do something useful. He's freezing up the back of the single inferno tower. Is going down though. And now this royal champion ability taking down even more buildings. Defending queen has been taken down. He has no abilities left at this point. But there is no damage left in this base. No cannon, no archer tower, no really point defense threat to the back end. And wait a second, if this is going to be enough time, he can do it. Like, how does this work? Why is this going to be so close? Like, it did not look so good in the beginning. The bats felt like kind of swagged as well. I don't know. Why is that even so close? What is going on? The queen is going for this gold storage. The king, please have full HP Dark Elixir storage. No, the Dark Elixir storage is already low. And guys, this is going to be a 3-star. Oh no, that's not good. Okay, so I would need to be quicker on time if I 3-star to win this. But at the same time, I mean, time was not the best for him, but our army is set. We're about to go in. We have the rocket loon set up. Let's just hope for the best to somehow get the victory right away. Okay, we're in. We have everything set. This is the base. We could go for the blizzard behind that queen, behind that expo, like in between of the expo and the scatter. But this looks kind of baited. Like, it's really hard to trigger. Like, if there are any black mines, it's really hard to trigger. So I would just go in from the other side, like from the top side, trying to go onto the elixir storage. This might be the better choice. Let's see if we can somehow make that work. A couple of rocket loons to see if there are any black mines or any traps whatsoever. Another rocket loon in there as well. We can use that blimp in a second. There is no black mine whatsoever. Now the blimp in to make sure that we're getting into that compartment. And now we just have to keep using those invisibility spells. Raging into the compartment. Next invisibility spell. Right now it's kind of annoying because nothing really is targeting that royal champion, which I should have known, to be honest. Either way, getting great value already, but all of those super wizards running out of that invisibility spell was really unfortunate. And now I somehow need to deal with that defending clan because there's a hound. How do I deal with those lava pups? This is going to be so annoying. Okay, Queen and Valkyrie need to be used for sure. And a freeze to make sure that we're not losing too many hit points. Wow, this is going to be interesting to say the least, because not only we need like so much power of our queen to get through all of this, we need as well a lot of time. Like, take a look at that. The queen takes so long to shoot every single pop. Oh no. Valkyrie is over there tanking everything. The king now is getting sent in. I don't even know where to put my royal champion yet. Like, I have no clue where to put my royal champion yet. I try to funnel somehow. I have the baby ring. Should I use it on the elixir collector? I don't know. And the queen needs to somehow go in to get that tunnel. Royal champion at the bottom side to push my king in somehow. Using the next wall break. Wall break location is kind of strange. Using that freeze. And now everything is somehow pushing in. I need to start with the Lalo as well. 1 minute and 20 seconds left. Lalo needs to get started right away. Hound is flying across, another freeze on the left side to make sure that this tunnel is going down. Roger ability on the other side as well. Warden ability to cover for our headhunters. Another hound is coming in as well. But nothing is going for this multi-fermentor on the core. I feel like this royal champion would have been so great into this core, but nothing is going over there. The rocket loon to maybe take it out somehow, but there's a black mine. That's unfortunate. A lot of more traps are coming up. This is never ever going to work, and I feel like David definitely deserved this second round win, which means we were tied up. Both of us, it's like 1-1. What a unfortunate attack. Like, I should not go for Blizzard Lalo again. I don't know. I feel like the hero dive was not that great, to be honest. I don't know. Like, the hero dive did not get the value I wanted to go for. The royal gem was completely swagged. I'm not quick enough. Like, with planning and everything, I can maybe figure out a plan with Blizzard Lalo. But in 30 seconds, that is so hard. Like, creating an attack strategy or like an army composition, which first already is not, like, I'm not able to use a couple of really important spells or like troops. And then in addition to that, I like have to have like 30-second planning. That is rough. That is really not easy. Okay, let's get into the next ban phase. I think, what are we going for? I think a loon is always great to ban. Like, the loon is such a strong troop, and especially it's kind of like in every single army composition. So yeah, I think that might be a good choice. We have a couple of more options. I think I'm going again with the blimp. As I said, you cannot follow up like back to back with the same siege or whatever. So I'm going with that blimp. I'm going in with the loon poison blimp combination. All of those three he cannot use. Let's see what he is going to ban. Let's see. And he is going in for the freeze, wallbreaker, and blimp. Freeze, wallbreaker, and blimp. This is making things not easy at all, to be honest. This is making things not easy at all. But okay, let's see if we can come up with something crazy. Obviously, I want to put on like some creative attacks into this one as well. Like, let's see. I don't know. Okay, this is the army composition which I came up with. And I thought, like, just showing you what the result would look like. 10 healers, 9 rocket loons, and we're in. We have 4 earthquakes as well because we don't have any wall breakers, so that's the problem. We cannot use the blimp either, so instead we have to use that slammer to get somehow some value out of the way. So slammer is in, 2 rocket loons, slammer, everything in there to make sure that everything has been taken down. The slammer is actually getting to, wait a second, why is there a Tesla? Okay, that Tesla is pretty messed up, to be honest. There is a loon to funnel everything, getting the slammer back into the compartment. Now I need to earthquake for my queen to get into that part of the base as well. Rage at the top side. Healers should be in as well. There we go. Wait a second. I have no freeze, so I have to use that queen ability, which is really... What is my queen doing? That is so messed up. Like, come on. That is not fair. My queen just I feel like, at least give me the chance of 3-starring. This attack is so messed up. Why, queen? Why would you go? Why would you? Now the headhunters are. This is going from bad to worse really quickly. Not really a lot of things which I can do. Another invisibility spell for my queen. But charging without a freeze is something really, really annoying sometimes. Can my queen, though, somehow take down the town? This would be huge still. My queen, take a look at that. My queen is not even in range of that stupid warden. My own warden has been taken down. I'm using a couple of minions over there as well. But to be honest, I don't think this is going to be enough. And this is a huge mess up. This queen chasing into the compartment. You can't think of any more worse things. Like, why would you? Come on. The Yeti Slammer worked so great. And if my queen would have just normally faced that clan castle, this would have been so good. I think this attack would have looked great. But instead, everything is going to mess. Now we need to somehow save this. Using the Royal Champion, the King, to somehow get that tunnel. I'm trying to get the King into the tunnel compartment. Forcing him in with taking down the bottom defenses. So the King should go for the tunnel pretty quickly. Saving every single percentage which we can get. Outside Archer Towers should be taken down without any problems. We have some more Wizards out there as well to collect some more percentages. We have still a Yeti which we can play somewhere to get more percentage as well. More Rocket Loons which we can use for sniping. But except that, to be honest, we can't do too much. Like this queen chasing into the town, into the core, into the single firm tower range. Like this was even the worst. Yeah, you can't really do anything about that, right? I don't. Charging without a freeze is so stupid. And I feel like this challenge is cool because it's really showing you how important some things in Clash of Clans are. Like if it's the spells, if it's the troops, which are always using things like that. So I love this challenge. It's really, really cool, I think. But now let's get back to Dave, because he has one attack left as well. And he needs to get higher. He needs to get higher than 70% Susa, which should be doable. So let's take a look at that. What exactly he's about to do and what armory composition he came up, because I banned for him Loons, Poison, and Blimp. Those things are banned for him. He cannot use those in his army. I'm excited to see what he's going up with. Waiting for him to go in. As soon as he's ready, we are going to jump into this attack. See what he's doing. There he is. And what is he? That is actually smart. He's doing a Skelly Donut. Oh, and a Mass Dragon Rider attack. Okay. Skelly Donut out of the single Inferno Tower and also the Clan Castle. That would be my guess. So let's see if he's going to pull that off. There's the Rage. 2 skeleton spells and invisibility. Okay, first invisibility spell is covering that single Inferno Tower. Next invisibility spell is placed better, so that single Inferno Tower can still go down. Never mind. He's making the Inferno Tower invisible again. Okay, Dave is giving me a chance. Dowd is giving me the chance. Let's see if he can somehow make this work. Okay, not getting the single Inferno Tower, and he wants to go for the Town Hall. Okay. We're sending in the queen from the top side. He wants to get into their tunnel compartment. The single Inferno Tower not going down is obviously a huge thing for the defense. Everything is pushing in from the top side. Bay Dragon is going down, so maybe the queen is getting lured up to the mortar. No. Queen is going inside. That is unfortunate. For me, at least. And now, King. Oh, the tornado. The tornado trap. No, the town is going down, whatever. This tornado is even good for him because this means the town is not like the king is not getting the town hall damage as well. Single Inferno Tower is keep being annoying. Maybe the single Inferno Tower can take down some Dragon Riders. That would be awesome. That would be really awesome. Come on, no freeze over there. Okay, at least a freeze investment which he had to use. Early warning ability, sending in all of those headhunters early. Okay, I think he's trolling. He needs headhunters for the back end. What is he doing? There's the Slender at the bottom side. Royal Champion is in there as well. Freezing the core. Okay. So far, so good. Slammer at the bottom side doing... No! I think he misclicked. He misclicked the Slammer and opened it by accident. That is unfortunate. But this can still work. He needs to get over 70%, which he pretty much already did, I feel like. With having the minions as clean up behind as well. There's so many Dragon Riders alive. No way. I'm so angry at my queen, which is what did she chase? Like, I think she chased one of those headhunters. I feel like she chased one of those headhunters. I'm so angry at her. Like, that's so annoying. This is going to be a defense, I feel, still, but He crossed the 70% mark, so he is going to win this challenge. Congrats to him, and thank you as well to him for doing all of this. And now it's up to you. Let me guys know if you want to see more challenges like this. As I said, I will do that with viewers as well. I feel like it's a really cool idea. And actually making sure that you understand how important some troops are to your attacking style, obviously. So it's not easy. It's not easy to do those challenges, especially building an army composition without your most used spells or troops. And having to attack in 30 seconds, that's not easy, but it's a lot of fun, I have to say. So once again, huge shout out to Boom, where I saw this challenge the first time. And thank you so much for watching. I will see you guys back tomorrow for the next video. Until then, see ya and bye bye.